What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Bisons franchise. Now, we're coming off a really good win against Cleveland last week, 27-24, that not only kept us in the hunt for the playoffs, but also for the AFC West title. Now, obviously, the Chargers are a half game ahead of us because they already had their bye week, but we do get to face them next week. However, we really need to focus on this week where we end up going into New Orleans to take on the Saints at the Superdome. And while they are 1-8 and we are 7-3 and do have the advantage in overall, it's still a team that we have to take very seriously because these are the type of teams that we end up losing to this season. The other positive thing is the fact that we are 7-3, and again, like I said, not only does that keep us in the hunt for the playoffs, but potentially for the AFC West title as well. And unfortunately, I don't know how much longer our window is going to be open. Now, I know last season was atrocious because we only had linemen. However, now that we're getting some skill positions, obviously we're getting better. But question is, how much longer are we going to have those linemen? Because looking at some of our best players, I mean, Zach Martin is 33, Aaron Donald's 33, you got Lane Johnson 34, I know that Jason Kelsey is 36. A lot of these guys are going to be retiring in the next 1 or 2 years, if not looking for a different place to play. So we really need to take advantage of this window while we have it open. Now, we do have a lot of young core players that are going to end up staying with us, but still, a lot of these offensive linemen that are really kind of the anchor of our offensive line, it's going to be kind of tough to lose them. So what we really need to do is really focus on this year and next year and try to end up winning in one of those years, and also kind of focusing on the prospects that we're going to be drafting this year and next year. Because looking at this prospect profile here, does look like he's going to be telling us about a new cornerback, Devin Gaddis. He's been standing out from the other prospects in terms of his football IQ, so that's good. We'll kind of write that down. We'll keep him in mind once we get to the draft. But again, I don't want to look too far into the future because we have a game to win this week, and it looks like we're going to be taking on Derek Carr, who is actually not having a horrible season. He's got 1,755 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, kind of limiting those mistakes. However, he has been sacked 17 times, and with the defensive line that we have and everyone healthy, we really need to get some pressure on him, and let's see if we can get him to force some mistakes. Now, in terms of their rushing attack, A.J. Dillon is their lead back. He's already got 446 this season with 5 touchdowns. Looks like they do also rely on Jamal Williams, who has 178 and 2 touchdowns as well, and Alvin Kamara. Kind of weird that A.J. Dillon actually takes the starting spot from Alvin Kamara, but hey, that's football. And of course, Derek Carr does sometimes end up scrambling, but not really that worried about him. Now, this receiver room is kind of what I was expecting. They're still kind of led by Chris Olave here, who's got 512 with 3 touchdowns. Michael Thomas still got 432 with 3 touchdowns as well. And A.T. Perry with 387 and 2 touchdowns. So the 3 receivers that we're really going to have to keep an eye on. And of course, Juwan Johnson as well as their tight end, 246 and 2 touchdowns. So it looks like Derek Carr is really spreading the ball around. So again, we have to really rely on our secondary and our defensive line to be able to get some pressure. And of course, their defense is a little scary too, led by Patrick Peterson as well as Marshawn Lattimore. It looks like they do get some pretty good pressure, pretty good at stopping the run as well, especially with Carl Granderson on their line. In terms of interceptions, 5 guys have 1. So again, especially if we're going to air the ball out at all, we're going to have to make sure that we make some really smart throws here. In terms of forced fumbles, haven't seen one yet this season, so let's not add one to that total. So based on those stats, it looks like they're going to be relying on the pass a good amount. So we are going to defend the deep pass. However, again, hopefully our defensive line can get some pressure and kind of force the ball out a little quicker. And offensively, we're running to the outside. It's what we've been doing all season, and it's been working, so let's keep that up. So let's see if that strategy works as we head into New Orleans and take on the 81 overall 1-8 Saints. Now, as we mentioned earlier, their defense is pretty scary and is led by Marshawn Lattimore, Demario Davis, and Tyrann Mathieu, as well as a handful of other guys that we're really going to have to worry about. However, we do have Christian Mayberry, who's been on an absolute tear this season, and hopefully we can lean on him and rely less on the passing game. And if you look over on our side, look who ended up sneaking up into the top 3 impact players. That is Max Houston, our free safety that we ended up drafting in the offseason. So it's actually really cool to actually see him up there. Now, I do think that Sims has really been more of a contributor on our defense, but Max Houston is definitely the more talented one. So let's go into New Orleans and let's see if we can take them on in this Week 11 matchup. So yet again, it looks like we're going to be kicking off. I don't know why we're kicking off yet again. Honestly, I think it's been pretty much every game this season. So if I'm missing something, you guys, please let me know down in the comments. But honestly, I'm never going to be upset about it. I really like getting the ball back at half, and I like to see our defense make a statement right off the bat. Ooh, and that is not the statement we wanted to see them make. Take him down. There we go, Sims. And I'm honestly a little surprised that they didn't go to A.J. Dillon. Looks like they have Kamara starting out there. Ooh, there we go. Good pass right there. Short pass for 4. However, that must mean that Kamara was injured to kind of start the season. So maybe that's why Dillon ended up getting the bulk of carries. But there we go. Ain't going to get a big carry on that one. Only picks up about 1. So the fact that he is back is a little worrisome, but maybe we can get them off the field here on this 3rd down. We are not getting much pressure until right there, and he ends up throwing out of it. But we still end up making it a 4th and 5. And after a pretty good return by Sims, not only do we get the ball back pretty quickly, but we also get it with pretty decent field position. We're on the 38. Let's see if we can... Ooh, way to go, Mayberry. We still end up losing a yard, but still end up bouncing off that tackle. So yeah, I guess then in that case, it really isn't that exciting. But that's okay. Let's just get positive yards on this one. Let's see if Mayberry can get up there. Good blocks. There we go. And now that 2nd and 11 turns into a 3rd and 2. So if we want to pick up the first down and 3rd and 2, I think we have to go back to what we do best, and that's run the ball. So we got Sweat in right now. There we go. Good blocks. Nice, and that is definitely a first down and a little bit more. Sweat with 10. So we spread a few out, but I think we're going to go back to the run to the inside on this one. Looks like we have some pretty good lanes. There we go. That's another good one. And we do end up getting 10 on that. I'm honestly a little surprised by that because I thought he got stopped a little short of the line, but I am not going to say no to a first down. Speaking of first downs, we're going to end up throwing on this one. Why? Not 100% sure, but hopefully it works out. And it will. Let's go, Gary. Good catch right there. He just fitted into that little window right there, and Gary was open and gets down to the 5. Honestly, Gary deserves the touchdown after that one, but I really don't want to risk that with Frank. So let's run to the outside. Let's see if we can score. I guess that's not much to the outside, but we do get down to the 1. So power v power right here. Let's try to run it on the goal line. There we go. He's in. Never mind. I need to stop saying that preemptively. So we haven't really done this that much this season, but let's go for the fullback dive. Let's get in there with the big beef. Let's go, Nixon. Way to get in there, buddy. I know we lost Vay in the offseason, but thankfully, Nixon ended up coming in being a really good fullback for us, and we got our first score of the game. Let's go. And that fantastic run right there, fantastic drive actually in general, puts us up 7-0 with only a minute 45 left in the first. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from our entire team right now. Defense had a really great first stand, and the offense really not just chewed a little bit of clock there, but ooh, yikes. But still ended up getting a really nice drive as they end up getting a nice play right there. And it didn't look like we got any pressure whatsoever. And when Derek Carr is very safe, oh no, come on, get him down. Oh, they totally fooled me on that one. But yeah, when Derek Carr actually has some time to throw, he's really not that bad. I actually kind of like Derek Carr, despite the fact that I know he is not as good as people really expect him to be when he was on the Raiders. Still remember that one season he had. And man, that was a really good one, but that's about it. But either way, though, let's see if we can kind of make him a little uncomfortable back there. There we go. We get him down. Come on now. There we go. That is a huge sack right there. That's what she said. And now that is going to come to the end of the first quarter with a 4th and 22 that they're going to be facing. And that means I think that we're going to be getting that ball back. And that is exactly what happens as we get the ball back with the chance to score yet again. 7, actually a little bit more than the entire quarter to go in the second. And unfortunately, after only a 1-yard gain, I think we're going to go back to the outside again. Let's see, it looks like they're kind of stacking the box a little bit. So let's go to the right here, get some good blocks. There we go. That's what I was talking about. But unfortunately, Nixon didn't hold on to that block, and we got taken down for a 3rd and 6. So let's pick this up. 3rd and 6 right now. We just need 6 yards. That ain't too much to ask. There we go. We got Gary. Always got to be reliable. And there we go. First down again. I'm sorry, did I say got to be reliable? Always going to be reliable. I trust that man a lot. And he wasn't even the first receiver we picked off the board. But let's go. Let's run to the outside again. Let's actually cut this back. There we go. Gets through. Holy cow. No shot. Sweat's going to get away. And that is going to be the 2nd touchdown of the game. No way that he should have gotten free there. He was taken down pretty much in the backfield. Going back, honestly, was a really bad idea, but unfortunately for them, Montez Sweat is way too strong, and that puts us up by 2 scores. I am just effing baffled there on that one. I don't know how we got lucky on that. Swear to God, this is still all Madden. But if there's anything I know about Madden and video games in general, it's when you start winning big, they find ways to kind of screw you. So we need to figure this out. We need to be smart. And unfortunately, Kamara gets a first down on that one. That's all right. That wasn't that bad, thankfully. And as long as we kind of limit those big plays, I think we're going to be in good shape. Man, they're running again. Kamara just doesn't go down. He gets 4. You know, we have yet to get a turnover this game. So let's see if we can do that right here. Let's force either a bad pass. Oh, There we go. Or we just sack them. Let's go. This offensive line has nothing on our defensive line. Dude, everyone's just getting in on the action here, and I absolutely love it. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, he just goes right through him. Get over there. Get him down yet again. And it is now 4th and 19. Micah Parsons getting in there for a sack. Sorry, guys. I am losing my voice because I'm that excited with this game. So let's go, Sims. Let's get a good return on this one. Come back. Oh, my goodness. Can he get around? I think that's going to be a punt return. All three phases of the game absolutely coming together right here. The defense, the offense, the special teams, everyone contributing in this game. The offense has been unstoppable. The defense has been able to stop their entire offense. And there we go. Donovan Sims getting in there with his first punt return of the season. And honestly, like every single game this season has been like a one-score game. You know, it's always come down to that last drive. So it actually feels really good to end up getting a 21-0 lead with, oh my goodness, he didn't go down, with only 3.5 to go. So let's keep it up, man. We have the momentum. Let's see what we can do to end this half, because I don't know if that resets at the beginning of the second half, but man, we are just unstoppable when we have that momentum. And running on first down by 3 scores, I'm a little surprised by that, in all honesty. Man, they're doing it again. I mean, to be fair, it has been what's working against us. Kamara has a pretty decent average against us right now. Let's get into the backfield. That is not going to be the case. No shot. He just pushed us down. And there we go. Olave ends up getting a pretty good gain there, unfortunately. So let's go with the blitz. If we send 6, he's going to have to get the ball out pretty quickly. Or they just run it and we stop him for only a gain of 1. And that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning, I believe. So we just need to really keep it up here. Again, it looks like they're in field goal range, but let's see what we can do to push them out. There we go, 3rd and 9. But honestly, if they still have Will Lutz, which is who we ended up having in our Superstar series, it is possible that he would end up missing a field goal that close. Oh, but he ends up catching it, unfortunately. They're now down to the 12. Now they're starting to find the gaps in our defense. And like I said, when we get to be too good against all Madden, they really seem to pick it up. Oh my goodness. Come on, get him out of bounds. Sorry, not out of bounds. I mean, just get him down. As long as we keep him in, we'll be fine. Let's see what we can do to hold them to a field goal here. Oh, that ain't going to happen when they just kind of slip up the middle. Juwan Johnson finds a way to kind of get free there, and he ends up scoring for their first score of the game. But there is a minute left. We have a chance. So let's go, guys. We have 1 minute to work downfield. We do have 3 timeouts, though, so I feel pretty confident here. Let's see what we can end up doing. I really want to hit Jefferson or Gary. Oh, we got Jefferson wide open. That might be a touchdown. Get some speed, buddy. Get some speed. Oh, but he ends up going out at the 14. Let's go, Jefferson. My dude. Absolutely killing it. And what happened to this scary defense that we were expecting? Because we have put up 21 on them, despite the fact that 7 did end up coming from these special teams. Let's get some pretty decent blocks. Let's call that first time out. So you guys know how good Mayberry's been out of the backfield, right? Let's see him in the passing game right here. There it is. Good, we end up getting the first down. Let's kind of take our time here. I know it seems ridiculous, but the more time we can waste, the less time they will end up having when they end up getting the ball back. Let's see if we can hit Gary again, though. Uh-oh. Break. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, we need a timeout. Sorry, guys. I got cocky, and I am willing to admit that. That's my bad. Come on, Gary. No. And I am not willing to come out of here without any points. I would prefer a touchdown. But let's see what we can do. There he is. Jefferson. Oh, my goodness. He got absolutely laid out. Oh my goodness, but he can't hold on to it, and that is now going to end up being a field goal for us. Dude, I hope he is okay after that, because man, that looked really bad. But thankfully, we end up getting 3 points out of it, and we are now up again by 3 possessions. So it looks like they are just going to knee the ball. So let's go into the locker room. Let's talk a little bit. We do have the 3 possession lead. However, especially the way that last drive ended, we need to kind of figure things out a little bit here. But let's go. We are looking pretty good in this first half. And if things are working, why end up changing them, right? So let's keep running to the outside here, and let's also continue to defend the deep pass. So let's see if we can control the ball here. Again, we have a 3 possession lead. Let's just make sure that we can end up holding onto the ball. And again, the way that our offense has been playing, we really haven't needed Mayberry for too much here. So let's see if we can get him some more yards. That is not going to work. So we're actually faced with a 3-and-out here. Let's see if we can actually pick up these 7 yards and let's get the first down. There we go. That was a really bad throw by us. We needed to wait just a little bit longer, and now that is a 4th and 7. But that's all right because we're still up by a good amount here. And we just need to make sure that we maintain this lead. Get him down. Come on, buddy. There we go. Good tackle. Why do I feel like they're going to go for a run on this one? No, they're not. Sorry, the way that they ended up playing the last little bit of the second half, I thought they might. All right, you know what? Time to stop playing cute. Let's send some pressure again. That's really what helped us. So let's see if we can get Derek Carr under pressure. Let's see if he can throw the ball away a bit. Ooh, had to go for a quick one on that one. Picked up 6. Looking like they're running to the outside here. Let's see what we can do to stop them here. Come on. There we go. Way to meet him. That's what I'm talking about. And he only picks up 2. We're committing to the run here. Probably shouldn't, but let's see what we can do to at least send some good pressure and make him kind of throw the ball away. Well, that ain't going to happen. Unfortunately, they pick up the first. They're just marching downfield. What happened to that dominant defense that we had? Come on, guys. Let's get into the backfield. It's just the Saints. Oh, I thought we could actually get that, but Sims didn't come in to tack the ball, and Michael Thomas gets a first down. And they're knocking on the door. We really don't want them to score here, obviously. Oh, they're going for the toss. Meet him. That's what I'm talking about right there. He ends up losing 1. They're overloading the right here. Oh, no. Good cutback on that one, making us think that they were going to run to the right. But Kamara cuts it back to the left, and they end up just walking in for a score. Not great for them to end up scoring there, but at least we still have a 10-point lead. So like I said on defense, I think we just need to stop playing so timid. So let's go. Let's get some good runs here. That's another good one. Let's go. Mayberry picks up that first down. He's only at 40. And again, he does only have 9 carries. So we do have to feed him the ball a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Gets to the outside. What a block there by Gary. And what a juke. And we get up for a good 31 yards there. Mayberry. So let's go for a pass here. If Gary can get by his defender, which he can, let's get him in the end zone. Come on, Gary. No, it gets swatted away. That was a nice little pass, but unfortunately, just couldn't connect there. So let's go back to the air on this one, as dumb as that sounds. Let's see what we can do to hit Gary again on the out. There he is. And we get it to be, oh, it's a first down. I was going to say it's going to be 3rd and manageable, but let's go. We get the first on that one. Gary has been so good this season, man. Again, I can't speak his praises just too much, you know what I mean? He deserves all the praise he can get. There we go. Good block. Get to the outside. Unfortunately, only picks up 3, though. Let's see if we can pick up the first down. Great blocks. Get around Davis. No, we can't quite do it, but we do have it 3rd and 2. And I think we're going to push that down to the end of the quarter. Because why run another play when we're up by 10 with the ball, right? So let's keep pushing this. Let's keep this lead, and let's see if we can put this out of reach with the score. So let's go with the weak side run here, and let's see if we can pick up these 2 yards. I think we will, and a bit more. Let's go, Mayberry. Gets around, but can't quite score. But at least we get down to the 2-yard line, and we are just knocking at the door again. Now, they're really stacking the line. I don't feel like I should be running, but we're going to do it anyways. Come on, Mayberry. Look at that beef on the line. Falls forward and gets down to the 1. It looks like they're men on the outside, but again, I really want to run to the inside. Feel like Mayberry deserves it for sure. There we go. Get around him, but he can't. He gets stopped. Come on, Mayberry. I think we're going to go for it on 4th down anyways. We're going to try to hit Gary on the out here. Let's see if we can get the touchdown. No, we can't. They just get in. Oh, my goodness. So I said I'd go for it on 4th, and I am not going to kind of back out of that now. Good thing is we would keep them back on the 7. Points would be nice, but hell no. I'm taking the chance here. I know it's dumb, but hell, let's have some fun with this. Oh, he's out of bounds. Oh, don't mean to quote Happy Gilmore, but talk about the ultimate backfire. I thought he was going to be open back there, but unfortunately he kind of stepped out and had to give up on the play. Let's get to him. Didn't quite, and he picks up 7. Well, if we end up losing that one because of me, you know what? I'll take that. Wouldn't be the first time I threw a game, right? Come on, let's get in there. No, get out. Again? The positive is, it is a 2-score game. 5 minutes left. Let's get in there. Wow, he was wide open. I think we need to go to man. Yeah, our zone just isn't getting it done. Let's go to a man zone. I think if we do a cover 2, we'll be fine. Let's try to get in there. There we go! That's what I'm talking about right there. He ends up throwing out of it, but at least we get some pressure. And as evidenced by a graphic at the bottom of the screen, we don't have any takeaways today. We need to change that. Come on, guys. We're a better defense than that. There we go. I was hoping he ripped the ball out there, but Jalen Carter getting in for the sack. So 3rd and 21. They have a long way to go, but we're still going to send some pressure. I know we're going back into zone, but hell, I think we need to do it. Oh, they're going for the screen. No shot. Are you serious? I thought we were going to read that screen. Get out to him. Come on, we need to sack him. I don't know why we slipped out of what we were doing before. I don't know why I went back to his zone. Should have kept it with the man and kept rushing for. That was what was working. Come on, get to him. There we go. He throws it out again. And realistically, they can do that. If they get a field goal here, it makes it a one-possession game. So may as well try to go for the touchdown, but be okay with settling for the field goal. Come on, let's get through. Turn around, Sims! Turn around, you have the ball on you! Brother, what are we doing? And instead of what should have been an easy pick by Sims, which would have been that first takeaway of the game, they end up getting this field goal here, and it now pushes it to a one possession. So since they do have 3 timeouts and 3 minutes, they end up kicking off deep. So let's see if we can get a couple first downs, and let's see if we can ice this game. There's one right there. Stay in bounds. Way to go, Mayberry. Obviously, we're going to take our sweet time here. Let's see if we can get another first down. Let's see if we can start to ice this game. Nice block right there, but unfortunately still only picks up 1. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. And what was a game that we had very handily won has now turned into an actual contest. So all we got to do is just ice it right here. One more first down, and I think we end up getting the win. Get around to him. Nice little nudge block. Stay in bounds. And we end up getting a 3rd and 4. 4 yards, and if there's anyone I'm going to trust on this team, not only Mayberry, but this entire offensive line too. Let's see if we can pick up the first. No, we are not going to. 4th and inches. Oh no. Please do not judge me right here. We're going for it on 4th and inches at about midfield. Not like we have a punter that's actually good, so we got to rely on the fullback. Let's go. Beef! And we get the first. Let's go! So even though this is pretty much close to where we can just kind of knee it, they are giving us options for more plays. So let's pick up some more yards, and let's not fumble the ball. I think that sounds good, right? Stay in bounds. So one more first down is guaranteed to ice the game. So let's go. Let's get it right here. That's okay. I think that is going to be enough to end it, though. And while it was fun to try to pick up that last first down, at least Mayberry got some good yards, and I think that's where we're going to end it with a QB kneel. And while that wasn't the prettiest second half, at least we walked out of New Orleans with a victory, which does put us at 8-3 for the season, which means that we should be atop the AFC West. So I'm really happy we ended up sneaking out of there with a win. I thought we had that game in hand after that first half, but man, they really mounted a comeback in the second half, and a couple dumb decisions by us. But again, at least we came out with the victory, and we're happy about that. I mean, Carr even had a pretty good game, man. 15 for 21, 224 yards with 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Did end up getting sacked a handful of times, but that's okay. Frank Forbes, 5 for 10 with 119 and an interception. Now, in terms of their rushing attack, man, they should have leaned a little bit more on Kamara. He had 11 for 47, averaging 4.2, and had that touchdown as well. Olave, they tried to go for that jet sweep, got stopped in the backfield, and same with Derek Carr as well. But as for us, man, Christian Mayberry, 21 for 126. He looked like he wasn't going to get a 100-yard game in this one, but thankfully he turned it on in the second half when we had to rely on our rushing game, and he ended up picking that up. Montez Sweat, though, man, had that big 60-yard run right there and had 4 for 76 with that 1 touchdown. And then, of course, we had our fullback, Nixon, in the mix as well and ended up picking up that 1 touchdown too. Forbes ended up having -1, but that's a QB kneel. We'll take that all day. Now, thankfully, they did not have a 100-yard receiver on us, but Olave and Perry both got pretty close with 77 and 78, respectively. Michael Thomas did have 3 for 33, and then Juwan Johnson is the one who had their touchdown and 26 yards as well. In terms of our receiving, We really relied on Ernest Gary, who actually had some really good catches there, especially in crunch time. At 3 for 47, Jefferson ended up having 1 for 66 on a really, really great play, which I thought maybe he could actually sneak away for the touchdown, but it's okay. We got down the red zone. That's what I'm happy about. And then Mayberry 1 for 6 on the screen. Now, in terms of tackles, Max Houston led the way with 7, but man, that was all on Micah Parsons today, man. Well, I shouldn't say that because we had a handful of other TFLs, but Micah Parsons, 4 TFLs, a sack and a half. Even Aaron Donald got in on it along with Jalen Carter. 2 TFLs and 1 sack each. Dexter Lawrence got in there for a TFL and a half a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence got in there for a TFL, and same with Donovan Sims. Now, obviously, no interceptions and no forced fumbles, unfortunately. That's something our defense really needs to work on, but still, the performance with being able to get into the backfield and sacking the quarterback really made a difference, especially in that first half, and you see it ended up translating into a victory. So I just realized this, and I didn't realize that was the case. I should have known when I saw him in the 3 impact players, but Max Houston was a hidden development trait, and turns out that hidden development trait is Superstar X Factor. That is absolutely insane, and I'm so happy about that. He's going to be developing pretty quickly, and even though he is a 76 right now, that is definitely going to be growing before the end of the season. So we come out with a lot of positive things from that game against New Orleans as they move to 1-9, and like I said before, us to 8-3. Now, it does look like we only have one more game before our bye week. Again, a very late bye week this season. But it looks like next game is going to be against the Chargers, which is a really big game because the Chargers are atop the AFC West. And we'll see after we advance this week, did they end up winning? Are they 7-3 or are they 8-2? And we'll find out in just a moment. And they are 8-2, unfortunately. However, the Chiefs ended up losing, so they are 7-4, which means that we are no longer tied with them. So it's between us and the Chargers. And that means whoever wins the game this week ends up taking sole possession of the top of the AFC West. So this is a really, really huge game, and not just because of the standings, but also because Los Angeles is our biggest rival. I mean, again, the Chargers used to be in San Diego. We're in San Diego now, so it's time to take them out, and let's take sole possession of the AFC West. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. We'll see you guys next week against the Chargers.